Hi there, I'm David, and welcome to the Speak English podcast, your space to practice real English and become more confident with your speaking.
And I'm Sarah. Every week we bring you conversations, tips, and simple methods to make English a part of your daily life.
Let me ask you something. What if you could improve your English without studying? No textbooks, no grammar rules, no homework. Sounds impossible? Not at all.
Today we're talking about 6 habits to learn English without even studying. Yes, we'll show you how to improve your English naturally, just by changing how you live your day.
These are simple habits, and they work. If you want to learn faster and feel more fluent without sitting down to study, this episode is for you.
So get ready. We're about to share the 6 habits to learn English without even studying. And you can start today. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Let's dive in?
When we say, learn English without even studying, we're not talking about magic or shortcuts. We're talking about building habits that surround you with English in your everyday life. You don't sit at a desk. You live your life, and English becomes part of it.
That's right. Think of it like this. Instead of scheduling 1 hour to study English, you naturally expose yourself to the language through simple daily actions. These small, consistent habits create powerful long-term results.
These habits don't require focus like traditional study sessions. You can apply them while cooking, walking, cleaning, or relaxing. They're not passive either. They engage your brain in a different, more natural way.
We're not replacing study completely. Studying grammar or vocabulary has its place. But these habits help you keep learning on the days when you're busy, tired, or just not in the mood to study the traditional way.
And the best part? They remove pressure. You won't feel guilty about skipping a study session because you're still learning and improving by making English part of your real life. That's the goal. Effortless consistency.
In a moment, we'll walk you through each of the 6 habits. But first, remember, the key is repetition and consistency. Doing something small every day is much more powerful than doing something big once a week.
When you build a habit, you don't have to rely on motivation. You don't ask yourself, should I practice today? You just do it, like brushing your teeth. That's the mindset we want to create with these English habits.
Some of these habits might sound simple, even too simple. But don't underestimate their power. The reason people struggle with fluency is often because they don't practice enough. These habits help solve that problem.
By the end of this episode, you will have 6 practical, easy-to-apply habits that will improve your fluency without stress or study plans. You won't just learn English. You'll start to live it every day.
So, let's break down each one together. Starting now, we'll explain the first habit that can truly transform the way you learn English. And it's something you can begin doing today. Ready? Let's go!
Let's start with the first habit. Listening to English while doing daily tasks. Imagine you're washing the dishes or folding laundry. Instead of doing it in silence or listening to random music, play an English podcast and let your brain absorb the rhythm and vocabulary.
Exactly. You don't need to understand every word. Just hearing the language helps your brain get used to sentence patterns, pronunciation, and tone. Over time, this background exposure turns into understanding, without conscious effort.
Now, for the second habit, change your phone and apps to English. Think about how often you use your phone. Each time you open it, you're reading and interacting with English. It's a simple switch that adds hours of passive exposure every week.
Another powerful habit is watching series or YouTube videos in English with English subtitles. This trains both your ears and eyes. Try choosing a topic you love, cooking, tech, or sports, and enjoy the content while practicing, naturally.
The fourth habit is repeating what you hear, out loud. This is called shadowing. After hearing a sentence, pause and say it yourself, copying the tone and pronunciation. This builds muscle memory and boosts speaking confidence.
Habit 5 is thinking in English. It may sound strange at first, but instead of translating in your head, start describing your actions in English. For example, I'm making coffee. I need to answer this email. It's sunny outside. Just short, simple thoughts.
The sixth habit is talking to yourself in English. Yes, talk to yourself. For example, look around the room and describe what you see. Say things like, "There's a chair next to the window," or "I need to clean my desk." This trains fluency without pressure.
UI. Can even pretend you're explaining your day to a friend. This morning I woke up early, took a shower, and had toast for breakfast. You're practicing structure, past tense, and vocabulary, all by speaking aloud to yourself.
These habits don't require extra time. They just fit into your life. No need to wake up earlier or cancel plans. You simply use the time you already have to connect with English in a more natural and frequent way.
So now that you've seen how to apply these habits in real life, let's talk about what happens when you do them consistently. The results might surprise you, and they're more powerful than traditional study alone.
When you follow these habits every day, your brain starts to connect with English in a natural, effortless way. You'll begin to understand more, without translating, and words will come to your mind faster when you want to speak.
Many learners say they suddenly realize they're thinking in English or reacting in English before they even notice it. That's fluency, not perfect grammar, but the ability to understand and respond smoothly in real situations.
Another benefit is better pronunciation. When you listen and repeat regularly, your mouth and ears get used to the sound patterns of English. You'll speak more clearly and confidently even if your accent stays. And that's perfectly okay.
You'll also feel more motivated. Traditional study can feel like a chore, but these habits bring energy and enjoyment. You'll look forward to watching a series or listening to a podcast because it doesn't feel like studying. It feels fun.
And over time, you'll build a strong daily connection with the language. This consistency helps you remember vocabulary, recognize grammar, structures naturally, and stay confident, even if you don't study in the traditional sense.
One of the most powerful benefits is reducing fear. When you interact with English daily, even in simple ways, you stop seeing it as something scary or difficult. It becomes familiar, friendly, just part of your world.
You'll also gain more exposure to real, everyday English. Not the artificial textbook sentences, but the way people actually speak, with expressions, slang, and rhythm. That's what makes you sound natural, not robotic.
People around you may notice the difference. You'll respond faster in conversations, understand more in meetings or videos, and feel proud of your progress. Even small improvements are proof that your habits are working.
These habits also help when you return to formal study. If you choose to study grammar or writing later, you'll find it much easier because you've already built a strong base through practice and exposure.
So now that you know the real benefits of these 6 habits, let's move on to the practical side. How exactly can you build these habits into your life, starting today? We'll break it down step by step in the next part.
The first step is to choose just one habit to start with. Don't try to do everything at once. Pick the easiest one for you, maybe listening to English while you cook or commute, and focus on doing it every day for 1 full week.
Step 2 is to connect the habit to something you already do. For example, if you always brush your teeth in the morning, play an English podcast right after. This connection makes it easier to remember and repeat the habit daily.
Step 3 is to make it convenient. Prepare your tools in advance. Download the podcast, turn on subtitles, or change your phone settings to English. The less effort it takes to start, the more likely you are to stick with it.
Step 4 is to keep it short in the beginning. You don't need to do each habit for an hour. Even 5 or 10 minutes is enough to build momentum. The key is daily repetition, not long sessions that leave you tired or frustrated.
Step 5 is to track your progress. Use a calendar or habit tracking app to mark the days you complete your habit. Seeing your progress on paper or screen gives you motivation and reminds you that consistency is what matters.
After the first week, move to step 6. Add a second habit. If you started with listening, now try shadowing short sentences once a day. Slowly build up until all 6 habits feel natural. Remember, it's a process, not a race.
Step 7 is to celebrate small wins. Did you speak to yourself in English today? Great! Did you watch a 5-minute video and understand 3 new words? Amazing! Each tiny step is a victory and part of your fluency journey.
Step 8 is to avoid perfection. You don't need to understand everything or pronounce every word perfectly. Fluency comes from exposure and repetition, not perfection. Focus on doing the habit, not doing it perfectly.
Step 9 is to make it enjoyable. Choose content you love. Funny videos, inspiring talks, or stories that interest you. When you enjoy the process, you're more likely to repeat it. And repetition is what builds fluency.
And finally, step 10. Don't give up when life gets busy. Some days will be harder, and that's okay. Just do something small, even 2 minutes. Staying connected to English every single day is what brings the biggest results.
One common mistake is trying to be perfect. Many learners avoid speaking or practicing unless they feel 100% ready. But fluency doesn't grow in silence. You must practice while still making mistakes. That's how your brain learns naturally.
Another mistake is stopping too soon. People often expect results in a few days, and when they don't see fast improvement, they quit. But learning a language is like getting in shape. You don't see big results overnight. You see them with time and effort.
Many learners also rely too much on passive input. Listening and reading are great, but if you never speak or repeat aloud, your brain won't build the connections needed for speaking fluently. Always include at least one active habit.
A big trap is constantly switching methods. One day you shadow a podcast, the next day you memorize lists, then you start a new app. This creates confusion. Pick a few habits and stick with them for a few weeks before changing your routine.
Comparing yourself to others is another mistake. Everyone learns at a different speed. Maybe your friend speaks faster, but you understand better. Focus on your journey, not someone else's. Your progress matters, and it's unique.
Overthinking grammar is also common. Some learners stop every sentence to ask, "Is this correct?" But that slows your fluency. It's okay to make grammar mistakes as you speak. The most important thing is to communicate and keep going.
Another mistake is waiting for the perfect time to practice. There's no such thing. Life is always busy. The best time is now, even 5 minutes. During lunch or while walking can make a huge difference in your language exposure.
Ignoring pronunciation is risky too. Some people focus only on vocabulary and grammar, but if no one understands your pronunciation, communication becomes hard. Practice saying words out loud often, even if you're alone.
Don't underestimate simple habits. Some learners think, "This is too easy, it won't help." But fluency comes from doing easy things consistently. Simple actions, done every day, are far more powerful than one big session once a month.
So now that you know what mistakes to avoid, let's get a little more active. In the next part, we're going to give you a small challenge, something fun and simple you can do today to make these habits part of your daily life.
Now that you understand the habits and how to avoid common mistakes, it's time for a challenge. Here's what I want you to do today. Pick one of the habits you learned about, maybe listening while doing chores, and do it for 10 minutes.
That's right. The challenge is simple. We want you to pick just one habit and do it for a full 10 minutes. It could be listening to a podcast, watching a video, or even speaking to yourself. The goal is to make it part of your routine.
If you're already doing one of these habits, try to do it for a longer period today. Maybe listen to an English podcast for 30 minutes instead of 15. Challenge yourself to gradually increase the time you spend immersed in English every day.
The important part is consistency. Do this every day for the next week and track your progress. Write down how much time you spent, what you did, and how it felt. You'll be surprised at how quickly these small moments add up.
At the end of the week, you'll notice a change. You'll feel more comfortable with English. Your vocabulary will grow, and your brain will be faster at processing the language. It's about gradual improvement, not perfection.
And don't worry if it feels awkward at first. Learning. A new habit takes time. If you miss a day or forget, don't stress. Just get back on track the next day. What matters is the commitment to keep going, little by little.
If you're feeling confident, add a second habit next week. Maybe you'll start shadowing short sentences after your listening practice. Each new habit will help reinforce the previous ones, strengthening your connection with English.
And remember, every time you practice, no matter how small the action, you're getting better. These habits are designed to make learning English a part of your everyday life, so you don't need to force it. It will feel natural.
This challenge is all about making English a part of your life without making it feel like work. Keep it simple, keep it fun, and most importantly, stay consistent. That's the key to developing true fluency.
So, what are you waiting for? Start today. Pick your habit, set your timer for 10 minutes, and dive into English. We'll be here to support you every step of the way as you build your language skills and grow more confident every day.
So, to wrap up, today we've shared 6 simple yet powerful habits that can help you improve your English without traditional studying. Remember, the key is consistency, and these habits fit easily into your daily life.
If you start today, you'll soon notice a big difference. By focusing on just one habit at a time, practicing every day, and avoiding common mistakes, you'll build a natural connection with English. It's about making small, manageable steps.
Now, we'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these habits before? What worked best for you? Share your experiences in the comments below. We really want to know how these habits are helping you in your English journey.
And if you made it this far, it shows you're truly committed to improving your fluency in English. To let us know you reached the end of this video, write the word habits in the comments. It's our way of celebrating your dedication.
Don't forget to hit the like button if you found this helpful, and subscribe to our channel for more tips and strategies to help you speak English with confidence. Your support means a lot to us.
Thank you for joining us today. Remember, fluency comes with consistency and fun, not pressure. We'll see you in the next episode with more ways to make your English journey enjoyable and effective. Until then, keep practicing and stay confident.